everyone, I'm Sue and welcome to Sue O'Berry Designs, where I bring you fast, fun, and adorable projects. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the flip-flop door hanger in the hoop. And I'm going to show you two really cool ways on how to work with vinyl and your embroidery machine. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe below and don't forget to click the little dinger button. This will give you alerts every time I upload a new video. The flip-flop door hanger comes in 9 different sizes, ranging from this cute little guy that I think would look amazing on a gift bag, all the way up to the big giant one, which would be perfect for your front door. And like I said, today we're going to talk about 2 different ways to work with vinyl and your embroidery machine. Sometimes that vinyl, when we're adding all those layers, can get really tricky and thick and bulky. So I'm going to show you a way to get around that. And also, sometimes that vinyl wants to get stuck on the bed of your machine. So we'll discuss that as well. In the description below, you'll find a link to go get the design, print the instructions, grab your machine, and let's get stitching. So let's go ahead and get all your materials ready, from tearaway stabilizer to all your pieces of vinyl and your different ribbon. And of course, all your tools you're going to need, from needles to the hoop to the rotary cutter. Once you decide which size flip-flop you're going to make, go ahead and choose your hoop and insert the stabilizer inside the hoop and put a brand new needle, thread the top and the bobbin. You're going to sew stitch number 1, which is the basic outline of the flip-flop. Fold that ribbon in half. This is going to be the actual hanging ribbon. And we're going to put a little piece of clear tape at the center top just to secure it. And you can put the tape on the outside of the stitching. Next, you're going to place your front flip-flop material directly over top of that stitching and secure it in place with some tape. Then you can go ahead and stitch number 2, which is going to be a placement stitch and a secure stitch. Looks great, and you're going to notice that the positioning stitch for the strap is on there, as well as the secure stitch for the front. Now take your strap material and just place it right sides up over top of that positioning stitch and put a little tape there to secure it in place. Next, you're going to sew the actual secure stitch for the flap. Alright, now you're going to use your applique scissors and cut along the bottom and the top edge of that strap. Do not cut the side little pieces, because they won't need to be cut until you're all finished with the project. Next thing you're going to sew is the flower placement. Once that's done, you're going to take your flower material and place it right sides up directly over that placement stitch. Secure with some tape, and guess what? You're going to do it again. We're going to go ahead and secure that flower down. And as you can imagine, we're going to cut all the way around that flower with our applique scissors, and just remember to remove the tape. I had a little bit of a struggle there this time, so just go ahead and remove the tape and go ahead and do a nice cut all the way around. I like to leave about a 1/16 of an inch to an 1/8 of an inch. It's really up to you. I've seen folks do all kinds of different distances, and it's really up to your aesthetic choice. You'll notice that in the center of the flower is a circle. That is your placement stitch for the flower center. Just put some tape to secure the edges, and you can go ahead and stitch this. Now, if your machine gives you a hard time because it's so heavy, you can always put a clear piece of wash-away stabilizer over top of it, and this will help glide everything nice and smooth. Once your tape is removed, go ahead and use your applique scissors and cut all the way around that little circle, just like you've done the other applique pieces. Some embroidery machines' presser feet will actually raise for embroidery, and if yours does that, go ahead and try that instead of using the wash-away stabilizer. But for me, the wash-away worked like a charm. Great, now turn it to the wrong side and cover all that stitching with a piece of vinyl. And make sure you do cover the stitching, the top and the bottom. Grab yourself a nice long piece of clear tape and cover along the top and bottom edges, and wrap that tape past the material onto the plastic of the hoop. This will help just when shifting, and sometimes the tape can kind of like creep up on you. This is just a really great tip to use for any of the wrong side of any in the hoop project. So just make sure that that tape goes past the material and touches the hoop plastic. And now you're going to sew the final stitch. Just make sure that you insert the matching thread for the bobbin. If vinyl and the bed of your machine don't quite get along and they kind of like to stick together too much, try this as a great tip. Take an old Teflon pressing sheet and then tape it to the bed of your machine. And use a low adhesive tape like painter's tape. This way it's easy to remove once you are finished stitching. Well, now you're all done stitching, and this is the fun part. You're going to finally remove your materials from your hoop, and you're going to remove all your tearaway stabilizer. Go ahead and grab those nice short sharp scissors, and you're going to cut evenly all the way around, about 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. It's entirely up to you. Just do not cut the ribbon. And for fun, if you want to add a little extra decoration, go ahead and grab yourself a thicker ribbon, and you're going to need at least, I don't know, like 18 to 25 inches depending on how long and fluffy you want your ribbon. Make a nice pretty bow, and then go ahead and chop off the corners, give them a nice angled edge to them. Chop and chop. There you go. Do 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 do.
So what did you think of that? I mean, I really love making these door hangers. In fact, I love them so much, and I have a million ideas in my head, but I would love to see what kind of door hangers would you like me to design next. So leave those in the comments below. And I also want to remind you that yes, this vinyl is wonderful, it's amazing, but don't feel like you have to use that vinyl. I've seen friends use felt, I've seen them use regular cotton material, I've seen them use all kinds of different materials. So use your creativity, and please come join our fan club. It's over at Facebook at Embrodery Designs Fan Club, and you can post pictures of what you're working on just like these folks here, and it's just exciting and fun, so please do that. And also on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook you can follow me as well, everywhere at Embrodery Designs. And until I see you next time, I hope you have a creative day. Bye-bye!
If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe below. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.